let's look at creating a small macro by writing some code. And we'll also start looking at the idea of controls. So first of all, I'm going to go to the Developer tab and go over to Visual Basic. Let's open up the code for this workbook by double-clicking, and here's our code window. All right, now I'm going to type option explicit. I always like to have that. And now I'm going to write a macro directly. So to do that, I'll start with the keyword sub, and I'm going to write a macro that turns the active cell red. So let's call it red cell. And the two open parentheses mean this is where parameters can go. We're not going to have any parameters for this one, so I won't put anything in there. When I push enter, the system goes ahead and gives me the matching end sub to the sub. So all the code for this subroutine goes between sub and end sub. Now what I'm going to do is put a little comment here, a banner comment, which I like to do. So starting it with a single quote, and I'm just going to say what this guy does: turn the active cell red, and put the other side of the banner. You don't have to use asterisks, use whatever you want, just make something that really shows up. Now this is going to be simple, and what I want to do is refer to the active cell and turn it red. Now you just need to know how to refer to it in the Visual Basic for Applications object language. So because we'll have the worksheet active and the cell active, we can start with the cell, and there's a special keyword for that, the active cell. And now we put a dot, and this shows us all the different properties of the active cell that we could potentially address with our code. Now what we need to do here is talk about the interior, and what we want is the color of the interior. And by the way, instead of actually typing, I could have pushed tab and used automatic completion to get one of these. And now I want to set this to a color, and the way I do that, I'll use VB red. Okay, so now let's go back to Excel here. And what I want to do is set up a button to use to run my macro. So I'll go to the Insert menu, and here are the different controls that are available for forms. We'll be using a lot of these as time goes on, but let's start with a button. So I'm going to insert a button right here, and this is I'm choosing the macro I just wrote to associate with this button. Push OK. And now I don't want it to say button 1. I want it to say something meaningful, so let's just put red. Okay, now let's try it. So I'll select a cell, I'll push the button. Voila, turn it red. And I can have fun with this all day. So that's how you do it. Now, let's try something here. Wonder if I can find the clipart. Yes. I'm going to search for something red in clipart. Oh, couldn't find. Let's try illustrations. I guess it doesn't like me looking for red, so what could be red? Let's try apple. Okay, so let's copy this, and I'm going to paste it over here. Let's just paste. Okay, and I'm going to make it a little smaller. And the reason I'm doing this is to show you that I could also use this as a button for my macro. So let's right click, and here is an option to assign a macro. I'll assign the same macro to it. Okay. And now if I select a cell and push this guy, it'll also turn it red. All right.